Welcome to Brier's Music Showcase. I'm Bryer and welcome back to another video. And it's a little bit late, but here is my top 5 CD purchases throughout the month of June. So if you haven't seen my June CD haul video, I'll leave a link to that in the description so you can see all the CDs I bought throughout that month. And in this video, I'm going to name my top favorites. So these 5 are contenders to my end of the year top 30 CD purchases list. So they may show up, they may not. Who knows, maybe an honorable mention. But for right now, they're going to get a special, that special treatment, shall we say. So before I get into that, make sure you give the video a like, subscribe if you are new. And last thing, by the time this video comes out, it's the 4th of July, so happy 4th. And happy birthday to America. Anyhow, moving on. So, first up with number 5, I'm going to go with, and honestly this list kind of changed a little bit. The top 5 didn't change, but the placement of each one changed a little bit. So the first one I'm going to go with for number 5 is Dire Straits with their debut. Again, not going to go too in-depth again, but again, many great songs. I mean, for a debut, this is a very good one. I mean, Mark Knopfler, great guitar player, of course. There's so many great songs on here. I'll just briefly mention them again. Down to the Waterline, Setting Me Up. Of course, it has Salt in the Swing, which goes without saying. In the Gallery, Wild West End. Just a terrific first album, I must say. Very good stuff here. And for this video, I'm going to go and showcase what's inside each disc, just for the heck of it. So this is what the disc looks like on the inside. Pretty standard, not much to say on that. And the booklet is not any better. So on the inside, you just get the basic information. So yeah, then you have all the lyrics, which is kind of nice. You don't see that very often in these older CD issues. Yep, short and sweet. So yeah, so great first album, and it's number 5 on the list. Number 4. I was actually kind of surprised this album got this high. I'm gonna go with Eric Clapton with Slow Hand. Yeah, I really enjoyed this album. It's very good. A lot of great songs in here. Again, Cocaine, Wonderful Tonight, Lay Down Sally, Next Time You See Her, We're All the Way, and probably the biggest standout song on here is The Core. That's a very underrated song I don't hear many people talk about. Just the playing on it is great, and it's a nice duet. It's morning, so forgive me. So let me just remind myself who done the vocals. So Marcy Levy did the vocals on that song, which is really cool. I think she sounds great on that track. So let's quickly showcase what's inside here. So on the inside, let's see, I might sneeze in a sec, but I'll charge through. I didn't take cocaine, I swear. So there's the disc, very nice. And on the inside you have an ad for other Eric Clapton related projects. So it's got Eric Clapton, Layla, of course, 461 Ocean Boulevard. There's One in Every Crowd, EC Was Here, No Reason to Cry, Slow Hand, Backless, Just One Night, and Another Ticket. Nice, cool. Then here is the booklet. It's more of a pamphlet, honestly. So you unfold it, you get the whole picture right there. Then here you have the credits. Then on the inside you have this whole little collage here. So just scroll across. So yeah, great album. To many people, this is probably his best solo album, and it's probably his most well-known album. So yeah, great find. Number 3, let's get some metal up in here. We're gonna go with Accept. Yep, Accept. Again, I've talked about them before, but again, they're from Germany and killer stuff. This came out in 2010. This is the first one with their current lead singer, Mark. I'm not Leo or something like that. I'm terrible with names, but yeah, he definitely sounds great on the album. Probably a perfect replacement for the original singer Udo Dirkschneider. But yeah, terrific stuff. Beat the Bastards, I've mentioned before. The Abyss is great. Blood of the Nations, the title track is fantastic. Kill the Pain, Rolling Thunder, Pandemic, which is ironic. No Shelter is also very good. But yeah, this is another terrific metal album. Very heavy, great riffs and solos throughout. It's just fantastic. So let's go ahead. Now let's look on the inside. So inside's kind of nice. It's kind of fitting that red aesthetic. And on the inside you have this little design. I'm not sure how that's gonna look, or you can actually see it because it's kind of dark. But there's like a little symbol there, the Accept logo. Okay, and then we have the booklet. Booklet's pretty thick. So there it is. So a little story, I guess. Some background info. Then you have the lyrics as well as a page for one of the members. So here's the lead singer. There's Wolf Hoffman. Peter Baltes? I don't know. I tried. Herman Frank. I am not going to try. Stefan, that guy. I'm not going to try to say that last name. Then you have this, special thanks and all that. I guess each member has something to say. Produced by Andy Sneap, of course. Alright, so that is number 3. Now number 2 and number 1 swapped at the last second. So we'll see how that fares in the long run. But for right now, this is number 2. I'm going to go to Overkill with The Years of Decay. Again, fantastic American thrash band. Released in 1989. Again, it's very similar to, well, not similar because they're kind of different metal genres, but yeah, first thrash metal, killer stuff. Again, the riffs are memorable, great guitar solos. It's heavy, great drum sound as well. Even the vocals are very cool. They're definitely an acquired taste, but fantastic. I love it very much. Definitely, hopefully we'll get more Overkill in the future. I have 2 now, which is this one and Horoscope. I definitely need to re-listen to Horoscope because I liked it. I definitely liked it, but I didn't love it right away. So we'll see how I feel about it now. But this is a terrific album. So now let's look on the inside. There's the disc there. Then we look at the booklet. Slide it out. Pretty thick as well. There's the back. So you have the lyrics. Very nice. And then here are all the members of the band. You can read it yourself. Then last page, nice little band shot be in there. I would name some of my favorite songs, but pretty much every song is fantastic. So just look at the track listing. Like, those are all great songs. So that's number 2. So before we get to number 1, let's showcase some honorable mentions.
Show me how you do that trick. You make me feel like I am whole again. 'Cause I need someone around me when I'm woman. Put your worry
finally, for number 1, I'm going to go with Ted Nugent, Free For All. Yep, like I said, this changed. This was originally like second place, but it kind of went up a little bit. But yeah, this is fantastic. I would say I love this album. And you know, Ted Nugent, and again, one of those controversial figures, especially if you get to his politics. But again, I'm not going to get into that. But if you take that aside and just focus on the music itself, you can understand why he was popular in the 70s as he was, because he just wrote these great guitar lines, great riffs, great memorable solos as well. I mean, he's just a great player. Yeah. So, and another big thing with this album is that this actually features Meatloaf. Yes, the Meatloaf. He sings 5 of the tracks. And those 5 songs are probably the big standout songs for me. And this was pre-Bat Out of Hell. This was the year before, so it's kind of interesting to hear what Meatloaf was doing prior to Bat Out of Hell. So from what I looked up, he got $1,000 for this gig, so not bad. I'll take that, I think. But yeah, but even the ones without Meatloaf are very good. So let me just go through the tracks. So the title track's a great opening track. Writing on the Wall, that's the first one with Meatloaf, and he just kills it. That's probably my favorite song on the album. Turn It Up, it's great. Street Rat's another Meatloaf song, great. Together. Light My Way, I Love You So I Told You a Lie. So yeah, it's a great album. Definitely recommend this one if you are interested. So again, the album cover is not that great though. Kind of, what the heck is he doing? But you know, that's Ted Nugent for you. It's kind of a weird guy anyway. So let's quickly go through what's inside. So on the inside you have just a standard disc. Not much to say. And then we'll see what the booklet has. So not much to say. You just get more photos of Ted being crazy, and then you have the credits here. So the whole lineup at this point, because the Ted Nugent band had many lineup changes. So it starts out with a quote: "To all you mothers who all call friends, I'm glad to have you with me, 'cause here we go again." Ted Nugent. Okay. So people playing on here, of course, you have Ted Nugent on lead and rhythm guitars, bass, and vocals. So he does bass too, which is kind of interesting. I knew he did vocals, but he doesn't really sing that much on this album. You have Cliff Davies on drums, percussion, and backing vocals, and Bob Grange on bass / Derek St. Holmes on vocals and rhythm guitar, and then Meatloaf on vocals, and Steve McRae on keyboards, backing vocals. Then finally you have Tom Werman on percussion. All right, recording engineer and all that stuff, it's all there. So yeah, pretty interesting. So there you have it. Those are my top 5 favorite CD purchases of the month of June. So why not? I don't know if I did this for the prior episodes, but let's just recap real quick. So number 1, Ted Nugent, Free For All. Number 2, Overkill, Years of Decay. I can feel that sneeze again, but I'm good. Plow through. Accept, Blood of the Nations, number 3. Number 4, Eric Clapton, Slow Hand. And number 5, Dire Straits with their self-titled debut. So that was it. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Comment below your thoughts on these top 5. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you in the next video. So if you enjoy this, please give this video a like. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care and goodbye for now. Oh, wait, one more thing before I go. I do want to kind of remind people in case you missed it on the last video, but I'm not going to do a CD haul or a top 5 CD purchases for July because I am taking a break from buying music, so don't expect that for the end of the month. Again, it's going to be tough, but luckily I have distractions to keep me busy until then. So pray for me. So now, thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.